Good morning, Lethbridge. It's Saturday, March 2nd. I'm here with Clara Petaloo once again. You are tuning into www.jessfm.ca. Also, you would be able to see us on YouTube. You can connect with us on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for Clara for coming again. So it is Celebrate Downtown. Nominations are done. Yay! We all did it as a community. Woo, woo, woo. So let's start from this beautiful beginning of the first time you came on my show and to now. With the Celebrate Downtown. I was honored to be a part and have fun and meet so many people in the community and come together for such a great cause, and I totally loved it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me and welcoming me again, Amanda, and especially a big thank you for your support.
You're welcome. It's so much fun.
Going out in the community, doing those live Facebook videos. It was really, really fun. You and Levi were great together. It was so awesome to see. I really, really loved that, and thanks for your help. It made
absolutely.
You made a difference. You made a difference.
Aww.
Yes, absolutely. We are just overwhelmed and feeling very, very supported by our community. All the nominations are in. The deadline was last night at midnight.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to say that we received 146
Yeah,
nominations.
we did.
146.
Good looking out.
And that's all thanks to you guys. That's thanks to you and your big hearts. It was cold out there last night.
Yeah.
It was cold out there last night, and I hope a lot of you, I know that a lot of you were warming up your hearts by putting in your nominations for Celebrate Downtown Champions. So thank you, Thanks
Lethbridge. Everybody for letting us come into your shops. Thank you to the owners for contributing their time and letting us come in there and speak to you about your business. And I learned so many things and so many valued community members coming together and supporting each other and sharing information about each other's businesses. And it's just a beautiful thing to see.
Well, I'm really excited because there's there's a lot going on downtown behind the scenes that nobody recognizes or nobody's aware of, and I think it's beautiful that they're it's like, hey, you are being, we see you, your work is noticed, what you're doing is meaningful and has an impact on other people, and that's what we're going to come together on April 11th to celebrate. I think it's going to be. It's going to be a great year this year. Of course, if you nominated, you're guaranteed a ticket. So for everyone who nominated, I don't know that it's 146 people, because I know I myself probably put in 5 or 6 nominations. Yeah. But so everyone gets a free ticket who nominated, and of course all of the nominees get some free tickets to the event. So I'm excited for a really great turnout this year. Me too. Really excited. So we're hosting it at the Multicultural Center through the Southern Alberta Ethnic Association. And we're very delighted to have it there. Bavuru Catering will be our caterer this year. We're going to, of course, have the bar. So if you'd like a glass of wine or a beer, that's going to be all brought to you through Cooley Brew Co. And
great networking. It's going to be a great night for networking and reaching out to other community members that you may have not have met face to face.
Yeah. If there's somebody you're thinking I've always wanted to meet them, someone or a business organization, a person I've always wanted to meet them. You're going to meet them on April 11th.
Yeah, you are.
Absolutely. So come on down. If you didn't nominate, that's okay.
We forgive you.
We love you anyways. We love you anyways.
This once only. Next year, you better not miss it.
No forgiveness next year. But this year, we're forgiving.
Yeah. This is what's going to happen next year, too. So we'll be an extra force to be reckoned with, because it'll be 5 years.
Yeah, next year will be the fifth Celebrate Downtown Awards for 2020. That's a kind of a big deal, so we're going to do something extra special for the 5th annual Celebrate Downtown Awards.
Yeah, and every year I think is special. And the last time you were on the show and we were talking about this, how much it has grown, even just within the short period of time you started it, right? And one of my favorite parts is I wish I could have went and been at more places, interviewed. That snow. But
it was the freezing cold. Last week,
absolutely.
I also just completely dropped the ball. I had every intention of going to do these live Facebook videos.
We were feeding off each other. Good for you, Amanda. Oh, Clara, yes.
Yeah, and then it was minus 35.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a deterrent, but I tried to make up with it with just some regular posts. Also,
Yeah.
like as much as I do love, the opportunity to do Facebook Live videos, like
It's hard.
I still
hard.
get really nervous, and I have to kind of be in the right mind space
Yeah.
to go and tackle that.
I think, we really came together and fed off each other, and it was fun, and it was such an honor to meet some of these local business owners that had no idea about Celebrate Downtown.
I know, that was
Like
what I was
none.
amazed about as well.
Yeah.
So who did you introduce it to that they hadn't heard of it before? Let's name names.
My gosh.
But now they know.
Okay.
You know what I always say? Like, if you don't know me, or
Crow.
if you don't know about my
Definitely Crow.
events, or if
Yeah.
you don't know about Celebrate Downtown, or you don't know me, I mean, like, that's my fault. That's my fault that you don't know who I am, or it's Celebrate Downtowns if you're unaware that event is going on. So, every year if we just reach more people, and as the downtown continues to grow, so does the event. Yeah.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I think it's a great energy booster and everything for when it is nice out and you're walking in a beautiful downtown. And like we said with the shop owners and coming out and these festivals, it's better to meet and interact with people when it's nicer out. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a great way to have kind of a semi-introduction without personally meeting someone through Celebrate Downtown. And these are businesses that I didn't know. Now we put that open door for people to be like, actually, they said, I want to go try, right? Or opening that door for something new for somebody in the community.
Yeah, there's been a lot of really amazing businesses opening this year. I don't know if you watched the Downtown Beers Ed video yesterday or not, but Chad brought up a really good point, and that's with regards to like retail. Is a struggling sector right now. It's certainly not unique to Lethbridge. We've got the closing of Sears, Toys R Us. I mean, you could tell that retail is taking a hit on all fronts.
Absolutely,
and so
it is.
Ted mentioned what's moving downtown. It's service-based businesses, and it's so great to see. We've got a comedy club. There's a pure spa. There's a yoga studio that opened. The co-working space that opened last year. Brick and mortar, a brand new art gallery, art space that's available to rent to host events opened. And we've seen a lot of services come to downtown on top of the usual what you'd expect to see. Like lawyers and accountants, professional services.
Yeah.
Those are always tend to be in the city core.
Yeah.
But to see all of these professional and these services come downtown, I think it's really great. It's a big attraction for people to come and try out some unique services.
Yeah,
Doing something
and all these new little, like I said, barbershops and these salons popping up, these nail salons,
Yeah.
these little like trinket stores
Yeah.
and a candy store and, a little Mexican taco. Have you been there?
Oh, to Tacos from Mexico.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. In
Tacos
the
from
summertime,
Mexico is
you can
really
sit out there and, it kind of feels like you're in a
Yeah,
great...
and there's been some real trailblazers through downtown. For example, sitting outside to enjoy a taco. That wasn't always the case in Lethbridge.
No.
There was just some bylaws in place that made it difficult to have that happen. But it's really thanks to like Telegraph Tapas and Joseph
amazing.
Euphemia and Cami. The two of them really worked together with the city, and they collaborated and were able to get that little small patio outside Telegraph.
I
That
love
was
it.
the first
Yeah.
outdoor space where you could eat and drink,
Yeah.
and that blazed the trail
Yeah.
for all these other downtown businesses to have
Absolutely.
patios
And it's
outdoor
what a
seating,
perfect-
and it's
what
been
a
like
perfect-
5 years now since then.
What a perfect place to have that, because Oktoberfest, and then there's like the farmers market on Wednesdays, plus all these cool little things, and it's like it's so relaxing to be able to have those barriers and for consumers, but tourists to come and be like, sitting outside Telegraph, experiencing beer and
I don't think there's so much that it's barriers. It's really like marking like a communal space. So there's markers like, hey, come, people are outside. Come and join us. Come and gather. Take in some of the farmers market, do a little shopping, grab a drink at Telegraph,
Yeah.
or now you can sit outside Piggyback Poutinery. You can sit outside Pita Pit. There's some really great things going on. Which brings me to, I don't know if you've heard. I think it's public news now at this point, so we can talk about it. But
Okay.
Big news for 6th is that Piggyback Poutinery is moving onto 5th Street with Dylan's Burgers.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my gosh, that's
gosh.
going to be
I
exciting.
know, it's moving over to 5th. I'm sure 5th Street is like, yay, and 6th
Yeah.
Street might be like, oh.
I know, right? I'm sure something will go in there.
Oh, of course,
Something.
absolutely.
But you'll get like the best of both worlds. in one
Exactly,
place,
you can go
right?
have a burger, have a poutine, and have
Right.
a beer. Beer,
Right.
burger, poutine. It's the BBP.
Yeah, right. The BBP of it. It's the Mac Daddy of days.
Yeah, it is the Mac Daddy of dates. Hey, if somebody wanted to take me out for a burger, a poutine, and a beer,
Right,
I'd be
right.
very happy with
I
that.
know exactly. Right, low maintenance.
Very
low
low
maintenance.
Absolutely. So yeah, April 11th at the Southern Alberta Ethnic Association, the Multicultural Center. We're delighted to have 98.1 The Bridge as our media sponsor again this year. They've supported the event every year. Thank you so much, 98.1 The Bridge, for your support. We've got Core emceeing this year. She's doing it solo.
Oh my
and
gosh, she's
we're going to
awesome,
have
though.
a lot of fun with the event. It's a really good, we'd like to go through it pretty quick because really the night is about coming together and celebrating. So we want people, we want to talk, we want to hang out, we want to have a good time. So the ceremony itself is actually pretty short. But Core is so excited to be the MC. She said it's one of her favorite events of the year just because it's casual. It's got a great vibe, and she's excited to MC this year.
And she's so easy to be around, and she's so fun and engaging and stuff. I haven't met her personally, but I heard so much about her, and I've seen her being engaging with people, and it's really exciting. Can people buy tickets outside of?
Oh, great question. Actually, the event is free to attend. It is a celebration, and it's put
Awesome.
on and sponsored in part by the Heart of Our City Committee, as well as our other sponsors that we would like to thank here in a moment. But if you didn't nominate, and you're like, oh, gee, how am I going to get a ticket? You will be able to go to an Eventbrite link and just register. It's free to attend, but you do have to register. We do have limited, obviously limited capacity. But we'll be releasing that Eventbrite link sometime next week. Where you can go and register for your tickets.
Yeah, and definitely come out and meet everybody. And, it doesn't matter if you don't even know anybody. Come out and meet people.
It's
come
great.
out, have fun.
It's great to come and meet people. And people that you've heard about, you've never met, this is the night to come and meet them. I'm really excited for all of the sponsors that we've had. I myself am a sponsor. I work at Larkspur Business Brokers, and I sponsored the event last year, sponsoring it again this year. That's because, as you know, I'm very passionate about downtown.
Absolutely you are.
Yes.
Absolutely. I was her right wing woman. That's what I called her. If she wasn't there, I was like, da, 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 coming to the rescue. And your passion shows for the community, and I hope the community sees how much passion you have for it,
so.
too.
I think so.
Yeah, you're a fave. You're a fave around.
I'm out there, I'm out there doing it regardless,
Exactly.
I'm putting yourself out there. It's putting myself out there has been scary, but it's also been really a positive, great experience. And it's because I'm talking to people who also endorse and support downtown. So it makes for an easy crowd.
Conversation piece,
It's an easy audience.
Yeah, easy conversation.
Having conversations with people that are so against downtown. I've actually been calling a couple people out. I had a conversation the other day with someone who was an ex-downtowner. She had enough. I was like, "Oh, you're so cool. You're already an ex-downtowner. You're way too cool for me." But then I found out like she's she's an artist and her work is supported downtown.
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait a minute. You're an artist and a downtown business sells your work.
You're not a downtowner anymore.
Maybe you should be more supportive of downtown." Since
we see those arguments about West Side and downtown, and
we live in a divided city.
Really,
we're divided by a
out
river.
of all things we could be talking about.
I know, but we really, Lethbridge downtown is the heart of every city.
Yeah, absolutely.
And downtown's not for everyone.
No.
I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that to try to get people to come downtown that just have no interest in it. It's like those who want
to each
have
their own, right?
A unique experience, want to experience some culture.
Festivals,
and,
things
going
that we
on,
talked about before,
unique experiences. Like they're going to come downtown. We want you to come downtown, and if you don't want to,
you'll
fine,
see us,
don't come.
You'll see us running around.
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of personalities.
Yeah.
There's lots of different personalities downtown, and that's I think Steve from the Owl said it best. It's like where all the fun things
Yeah.
So where all the fun things happen, where the wild things are. So that's what makes that's what makes downtown fun, and unique and special.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's for all of those people out there supporting downtown.
The
from the
downtowning
outside.
labels, right? The downtowning labels of it, and
Well, a
you
lot
know,
of the
it
times
is what
people
it
are
is.
like, oh, it's only from people that are from the core of downtown, that are kind of in a closed community. But I disagree with that. There are so many people that come from all over Lethbridge to support downtown
Absolutely.
and enjoy the whole vibe. So thank you, Lethbridge, for making
Lethbridge.
downtown great.
Yeah, absolutely. I had so much fun, and I loved meeting everybody and, engaging. And it was nice because, since I've been on Jess, I went into a couple stores and they're like, oh, well, we've seen you. So it was really nice for both parties to recognize each other and contribution in different ways, or, oh, I've seen you and I really like this show, you know what I mean, or like this part, and it made me feel more part of the community.
Yeah.
Right? And it's interesting, and I'm just really glad that I stepped out of my box and I was like, hey, I'll help you, and it helps me, and it helped me grow and meet people on network too, right? So it's an awesome experience, and I hope that I can come and help you again next year.
Yes, and I'm excited for 2019. I'm excited to see all the new businesses that are moving downtown and new faces that are downtown. Hopefully, some new people living downtown. That's probably the one I guess part of a vibrant downtown I support and endorse the most, is to be a living downtown. I know that I personally do not live downtown, so I feel somewhat like I'm not there yet, but I am coming. And it's just a matter. It's not a question of if; it's just a question of when I find the right place to live downtown. Yeah.
So should we talk about some events that are coming up?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk
Awesome.
about some events.
Okay, so I'll let you start, because do you go to all the events?
I do not.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I go to the ones I can, but I can't
this
go to
is
all
a place.
of them.
If any place is a place of honesty, this
Yeah.
is the place to be.
Yeah, totally. So I do miss out on a lot, and also I do go to a lot of the family events, though, because I've got two children, 7 and 10.
There's
and,
lots to do with
we've
kids,
gone
and it doesn't always
to-
cost you anything in Lethbridge as well, right? You just got to look and search. And
That is really, like, when I lived over on 5th Street with my young children, I didn't really have a whole lot with regards to, funds to entertain and entertain my kids. Like, I was on a really tight budget. And in the summertime, I was so grateful to be able to just walk with my kids over to Galt Gardens and take advantage of, like, lots of free activities with them, like face painting and like word on the street, you get your kids get their face painted for free, the free bouncy castles, free entertainment. Like, oh, it was just so amazing. I'm so grateful to have had that in my community that was so easy to access.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice, right? Because I know, especially being a single parent or being a parent, period, and you have children, sometimes it's not in the finances to go do things, right?
Yeah.
And you need to find things to do with your kids, and Lethbridge is a great place for that.
It really is.
There's a lot of organizations that donate free space and free time, like Family Center.
Yeah.
Boom.
The
Family
Father's
Center.
Day, the Father's Day
right?
barbecue. They have Father's Day barbecue on the
Yeah.
second Sunday of June, which is always fun. They do it right there in the parking lot, which is where the Family Center is with the bay and Southbound Tires.
Yeah, and bikers building bridges, like they're having a Mother's Day event too, and they were just on the show too, right? So there's always something going on, and especially healthy environments, and something that's going to be positive in your kid's life.
I agree.
Right.
Word on the Street is another really great example. They were actually the winners of last year's event.
Oh, nice.
Event of the year went to Word on the Street in the Lethbridge Public Library. That's been an ongoing event for I think 5 years or 6 years or so. Sorry if I'm misquoting that. But yeah, that's one of the few Canadian cities actually. There's I think Toronto, Vancouver, Lethbridge, and one other city that hosts Word on the Street. So it's an international, I think it's a North American-wide festival. So we were really grateful to have that in Lethbridge. The other great free event is Lethbridge Pride.
Yes, that's
Lethbridge
coming up,
Pride,
ladies
I
and
know.
gentlemen. Wow, 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 yippee-yo, yippee-yay. That's going to be fun. It's my favorite time of year here in Lethbridge, to be perfectly honest. I always look forward to it. They come together and they put on a pride.
Oh, I know. It's fun.
Like, it's no joke, especially for Lethbridge. Like, it's so huge. And last year, with all that controversy about, you know, the sidewalks, the painting, and, you know, like, and then seeing the whole community come together, you know, and I always try my best to volunteer around Pride. You know, I support my cousin Levi. I support Lethbridge Pride. I support Dee Dee's. I'm a huge supporter, you know, and I really look up to these people because, you know, they've been face to face with trying to just find their place and be accepted and start something in a community that I feel at some points were really like jaded and closed-minded. And they stood there and they were proud when they started Pride. That was, it had to be like 11 years ago or something, right?
Absolutely. It was just such a great example of, like, you know, keep your chin up, you know, stand up, like, you know, stand up for yourself and be proud of who you are, and you know, and keep that positive, accepting mindset, and, you know, slowly but surely, like, you know, the Lethbridge Pride Fest, it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew, and like, now it's like the event of the year.
You know, I always try to manipulate my cousin Levi to give me information what's happening in Pride. And he's like, well, and I'm like, so he's like, don't worry, it's going to be fun. I'm like, not worried, I'm just fishing, right?
I know, just
and
fishing.
When he says this, I already know he has some sick plans going on. So, yeah, reel me right in. You know, and just like Pride in the Park. What a way to close such an epic, you know, week with Pride.
No, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's, and then like all those other festivals, the ethnic festivals.
Sure,
as
so
well.
there's Caribbean Fest, the Caribbean Festival. I missed that, but I heard, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I want to go this year because I want to see the outfits, like the feathers, I want the colors, I want the dancing, I want to see it all, the music, the food. Very much looking forward to that one this year. We have a bunch of, also a lot of really great events within the arts community. So there's, you know, the Allied Arts Council puts on their art walk and arts days in Lethbridge. I know that they're also doing a public art display in the courtyard or in the front entranceway of Casa. They were finally received their permits, and they're going to be doing a public art space on the promenade there of Casa. So we've got that to look forward to in 2019.
Exciting.
I love public art, especially public art that you can interact with.
Yeah, absolutely, and be visual and be there and talk to the artists. You know, even the museum, like we said before, has so many great things that they do there too through the summer and stuff. And sometimes I used to take the museum for granted.
Like
because,
the Galt Museum?
Yeah, the Galt Museum took it for granted, right? And I was like, my 5-year-old son comes home the other day, he's like, guess what, Mom? I went to the Galt Museum, I see this, and I was like, I never really once have looked around the museum.
Oh.
And my son's 5, and he's like, and this is it. Actually, no, Mom. And I was like, You know, but it's so nice that the school system is integrating them so young into the history of Lethbridge,
the history
right?
of your city, because that's really what brings emotional attachment, and it's really by understanding where you come from, where you were born, and the history of your city. I mean, it's so important to foster that in children, and the staff at the Galt Museum who hosts these student activities, because I've been on a few field trips with my kids to the Galt. They are so passionate and engaging, and all of the kids are just wide-eyed and excited to be there and learning. They do a fabulous job with their programming for children and families. Absolutely.
Do you think that, so how's the process going to go? How are people going to know what the next step is? Is there going to be announcements for April 11th?
Okay, so this, we're really getting together to recognize and honor people, and like everyone who's nominated is so deserving of being recognized and honored. So thank you again for all of the amazing nominations that we got this year. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We want to gather everyone together and just celebrate that. But we do have to pick a recipient. So it's not going to be easy this year. I don't think. With just from the quick glance I had at some of the nominations that have come in, there's a lot of really amazing people in downtown. But we get together as the Celebrate Downtown subcommittee. We gather and we review all of the nominations, and we look at them from the perspective of the Heart of Our City Master Plan. So the Heart of Our City Master Plan has 6 pillars to be a guiding framework, if you will, for the direction of downtown. So it's kind of like the key words, the key messaging, the key directions. So those 6 are, without even looking at my notes, I think I finally have them all memorized. That's about having a beautiful downtown, an accessible downtown, a livable downtown, vibrant downtown, exciting downtown.
Were you the one that wrote this, or was
Yeah,
this
no,
just
No, I
Is
didn't.
this
This is
script,
scripted.
or
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, livable, beautiful, sustainable.
There you go.
It's got to be sustainable. So sustainable means like it's got to be, constantly growing and sustaining itself, like having activities all day, all night long, attracting people throughout the year. That's what having businesses able to set up shop and stay open, like because there's a vibrant downtown. So that's what sustainability is kind of about. So we look at all the nominees and kind of where they fit in with the pillars, and then we also look at like the impact that they're having, and the longevity as well, like what kind of meaning is this going to have in the years to come for downtown, and
what kind of impact for the future?
And we basically have do like a scoring system from 1 to 5 on each of the categories that we look at each nominee, and then we just kind of
I'm excited. We'll get out of logistics. I'm excited as shit. Excited as shit to see who's deserving. Everybody's deserving.
Everybody.
I'm going to be rooting for everybody. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. I'm excited for People's Choice. There's
Right?
some good people in the People's Choice.
Yeah.
I wish I could reveal all the nominees right now, but we just closed last night, so obviously we would like to notify everybody before.
Don't even stop us on the street and ask, because we don't know.
We don't know.
Because I know that's what's going to happen. A little wink, wink.
But once we do release the nominees, I will obviously be writing some features on each nominee on the Facebook page throughout the course of the next 6 weeks up into the event. People's Choice is a first. I hope it goes well. I don't know what it would feel like to be kind of pitted up there, like with your name, like live ballot.
I'd be like, I would like to thank about 100 people. First one is God. Right?
Absolutely.
Do you like the Oscars?
Yeah, totally. It is kind of like the People's Choice. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be really fun. So
Absolutely.
Oh, that's gonna be good. But yeah, we're really excited to be having such a great turnout for all the nominations.
And it's almost wrapped up. It was quite the journey after the awards, and then
yeah,
all
absolutely.
that fun stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, like a lot of and we kind of have a little bit of a policy. So, like, if you won last year, you can't win 2 years in a row, because we want to obviously recognize everybody, right, and not just be recognizing the same people year over year. So, like, for example, last year, the Stoketown won for downtown transformation.
Yeah, he did.
It's hard to believe it's already been 18 months. The Stoketown's been open. Has it been about that long?
Yeah.
Almost 2 years, and what an impact that little coffee shop has had.
Exactly, I love it.
Like
I love that place.
it's a great place to go, great place to run into people. There's a lot of people come for Stoketown, and then they
So proud.
Yeah, me too. So
I'm
proud.
so proud of people.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely.
But the best part, I have to say, in the closing statement about Celebrate Downtown, the best thing that I could say, an experience for me, was my beginning friendship with Clara. We've become closer, and she's my bud. And
thanks, Amanda.
and I just, it just opened up this world for me, right? And all of these strong women in the community are just so supportive, and I just feel like really taken care of.
Oh, good.
I really be taken care of, and everybody's had a part of my little mentoring so far. You know what I mean?
Really, Amanda, you put yourself out there. You put yourself out there with integrity and honesty and passion, and I think that people identify with that, and they're like, you're here. Yeah, we're gonna do what we can to keep helping push you along.
I really appreciate it.
Can.
I get messages from just amazing women that I've made an impact on. For me, I haven't done anything. I'm just who I am, and I just want to exude that that courage, right, and stuff. So
yeah, well, I wouldn't say that you haven't really done anything. You're so busy. A lot of projects on the go. I sometimes have a hard time keeping up, and I've got a lot on my plate, a lot on the go as well. Do you want to take maybe take an opportunity to talk a little bit about the Amethyst
sure, we
project?
can, absolutely.
Yeah, do you guys want to hear about the Amethyst project?
Again, because you're going to hear it until April 27th.
Yeah.
Aw,
Okay, so so for me, like, you know, I've never heard of the Amethyst Project until we met. You know, for someone like me that knows nothing, what's this all about?
So the Amethyst Project was started in 2016 through the YWCA. You know, clearly I had CEO Jen on. And you know, she really opened my eyes to the details. Exactly when people donate to the Amethyst Project, where does it go? What kind of support? So basically, it goes to safe support for women. You know, it's an open line for anybody around the world, male, female, children, and I think it's just a really vital thing to have in our community. You know, a lot of things we read in the paper, we don't read about how many assaults there are in Lethbridge, or, you know, child molestation cases or anything like that, and there's such a really big need, and it's so sad. But you know, like, they'll come and they'll meet you anywhere. They'll support you in court. They'll come to the hospital, do these things. Another major reason, and where a lot of contribution and donations go for the Amethyst Project, is for the rape kits. They're $650. The Alberta government does not pay for them, ladies and gentlemen. They, out of everything they pay for, they don't pay for these.
That was probably one of the most shocking things that I discovered, was that that when you know, you're a victim of rape, you need to gather evidence for your case.
72 hours you only have?
You only have 72 hours to gather the evidence. You're already, I'm sure, in a very emotional distress
Absolutely.
state. And then to find out that your rape kit to gather this evidence is going to cost you $650. Like, I almost fell off my chair.
Yeah.
Like, really? Because a lot of other, not all provinces, but
Quebec, you don't pay for it.
There's some provinces where you don't pay for your, the government provides it. But then I would expect that without having substantiated evidence, and I'm not a lawyer, but
it's a security blanket. You know, when you go through the steps, like I was talking about in my last show, of all of that, it's a security blanket. It's that little light and beacon of hope, besides that support that is attached to it with the Amethyst Project and the YWCA. You know, it's that hope, and they have a year after, right? They have a year after to decide whether they want to follow through, right? Because, you know, not only is the process quick after your assault, but, you know, everything is rushed so fast, right? And then you got court, and you got all these things flying at you, and you're already in a state, right? And you know, like, everybody takes their different times to heal and start working through this. And trust me, like, for my case, if it wasn't for that, you know, besides the DNA and all these other things that were attached to my case, you know, that was one of the security blankets for me, right? And this is so important. I will forever be an advocate for the Amethyst Project.
Good.
I will.
The Amethyst Project is lucky to have you as a spokesperson and as a supporter
Thank you.
and especially it being such a new program, a new project since 2016. It's fairly new.
I was one of their almost very first clients, actually, when I went to them in 2016. And, you know, I'm so proud of them, and they're so standing strong. And it's like one of those things that kind of need a little bit of babying from the community. So that's why I decided to organize the fundraiser. You're Not Alone event.
Yeah, good. You're not alone. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a really great event. I think your event's going to gain a lot of traction. In my opinion, like, from my own experience learning about it, like, knowing that these rape kits are not funded, I couldn't even believe it. Like, so I think that would probably, you know, that should upset you too. You know, as a community, that you don't see it.
Because you never know what happens at any time, male, female. Like I said, there's not a label or a race or anything onto it. Assault is an assault.
Assault is assault. I know.
And that's what it is. You know, and that one beacon of hope is separating. $650 is separating from any process for that person to feel secure enough to go on.
Yeah, you probably already just feel like, oh, nobody's going to believe me.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, they're going to think
doubts,
that it was
right?
doubts. It was my fault. Like, what did I do? To, you know, maybe I brought it on myself. Like, you know, all of these this is like, I'm sure some of the thought processes that are going on in the mind. Like, you know, and then
you
as part of the feeling, but like, but then you finally come out of your fog and you're like, okay, I want to take the next step, and I'm going to take this to justice, and then you end up not being able to because you never got the evidence that you needed at the time.
I reached out. I had an outreach worker, and I loved her to dear. She's not there anymore, but these the YWCA, there is a revolving door there. There is, and there always will be. They will never shut their door on anybody. No. And that's so important, because how many doors you get shut on you, especially traumatic as it is going through an assault. Like, the last thing you need is a door being closed on you. So I'm sitting at home, and I get in contact with Yvonne, and I was like, "Can I meet with you?" And then the ball started rolling, and then I get a call from Yvonne and Pink Tie Whitney, and they're like, "We'd like to talk to you because we would love if you come talk at a women's conference." And I was like, absolutely. And to share my story and to be able to impact people, right? It's really, really big deal. And that even if I just raise enough money for one rape kit, that's 2 lives. That's 2 lives I can bring hope into. It's, for $650, that could change. It could change for someone, and it's really a detrimental thing, and it's a hurt. It kind of hurts me that this is not funded. Yeah, right.
I know. Well, now that we know about it, what is it part of Amethyst's project to maybe petition the provincial government to fund rape kits?
Yeah, rape kits. Right. I would think so, and like. There's no price to your life. No, there's no price. You can't put a price on it, right? But unfortunately, there seem to be putting a price on it.
I don't necessarily want to get into the politics of it, but I think you're doing a really fantastic job. I'm so proud that you're going to be speaking at the what is it, the Women of Distinction?
No, there's going to be a women's conference. I'll be getting all the details from Whitney and YWCA for May. So it's going to be coming in May, and then there's going to be one in fall time where I'll be a keynote speaker for there. So they're going to see my Women in Business building, and then do a keynote speaking for the Women's Building in fall.
Okay, that's amazing.
I'm excited. I really am.
Good.
I'm looking forward to it.
So, you're also, Amanda, like, not only are you passionate about community and giving back, telling your story, having a meaningful impact on women's lives, you're also a new business owner.
I am.
You're in the startup of a new business.
I am, and yesterday, like, I was a kid, I'm like, holy shit, my stuff's saying. Calling my friends, drive me there. Because I'm so excited. Finally, I went through so much just to have. You were over last night.
I was over last night,
helping me unwrap and stuff.
Oh my gosh, they're so pretty.
They are pretty.
I love it when you take them out of the case and they're so pretty.
I know.
I want these on my eye. Can I put
Which
them
I'm
on?
wearing again. Which I'm wearing again because I just love them.
Yeah.
So I put the little birdie out, and I'm doing. I have 200 units on hand with me right now. 25 millimeter, 3D, beautiful Siberian mink. I got the glue. I got the tools. So I'm putting a little word out there. So it's a sample flash sale, and then I'm going to collect data, and I'm going to collect feedback, and then my final product will come out April 27th. I have my eyelash launch at the You Are Not Alone event.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, I gotta ask, why eyelashes?
I found a product, like I said, I did a little tutorial months ago, and I found a product I liked, and I was wondering, after everything I did, and being in the hotel hospitality industry as well, I was like, I never found true happiness. I was like, what can draw me? What can I bring to the table to make it different, to make eyelashes different? And we're all connected through eyelashes. Okay, I feel like certain eyelashes and putting makeup on it or a mascara on others, it's different personalities for me. It's a change or an adventure or something, and I wanted to bring something fun into eyelashes, right?
Yes,
because they're fun.
They are fun. I love the way that you can bat your eyelashes like
or fly away.
Business. Oh, it's so flirty. It's so sweet and cute. Oh, it always really makes me blush. You can make someone blush with your eyelashes.
I was unwrapping. It was so surreal because I was like, last year I never ever thought I would be doing this, and I never thought that I would come up with this concept and these stories, and me. I have such a a solid group of girls. And since the beginning, I call them my ladies of Vanity Lash. Everybody will see them at events and things like this selling the eyelashes, and the eyelash launch, Strong and Fierce, is coming out. And that's my first collection that's coming out.
Nice.
And I'm really excited. My photo shoot's coming up, and I can't wait for everybody to see this.
Shoot.
Yeah, watch out.
Can I get a little personal?
Yes.
Talk about your journey a little bit?
Sure.
Because, you've come from obviously the streets, basically.
Yeah.
And I know that it's never just one moment or one thing that kind of makes you do a complete 180 where you're like in the depths of despair, you're not worthy, you don't deserve it, you're a piece of shit, you have all those thoughts going through your mind, and then a bunch of things happen. But what was it for you, I guess, that pivotal moment where you just, I don't know, did that 180? Was it a decision? Was it an event that happened in your life? What happened where you went from
I think
being on the streets to being, I'm doing it, I'm gonna start my own business?
I stopped the cycle. I stopped the repetitive cycles I was doing in relationships. And I was on last night with Aurora, and we were talking about relationships. And I needed to, be accountable, and I needed to start working on me and loving myself, right? Mm-hmm. And believing that I can do it.
Yeah.
When you're told you can't do it your whole life or belittled, you actually start believing it, like I said. And I was like, no, I finally realized I do have qualities and stuff. And, when I was in my really dark place last year, and, before Christmas, and like I said, it's by myself, I was like, no, you know what? I can do these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
I can do these things. I've had the tools all this time. I just did not see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I took my life experience and used those tools, sales.
Yeah.
Okay? Right?
Yeah.
All these things, you sell yourself before the product, right?
So was it yours? Did you have any little tricks that you use to help? I know sometimes, for example, positive self-talk.
I write a lot.
You write.
I write a
through
lot.
your writing.
Yeah, I really do. And we were talking about education and being bullied and stuff. And I had a difficult time in school, learning and things like this. So when I write and I put my emotions, because I was never really given a voice. Mm-hmm. Now it's and when I read back my stuff, I was like, holy, everything makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because I couldn't make sense of myself for a long time. So when I started writing, I made more sense of myself.
You made more sense of yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really amazing. So you were able to finally get out what you needed
purge.
to be purge. It is a purge.
It is.
Writing is a good purge.
Yeah, it's a purge, and
you're mental diarrhea. We all
Absolutely.
have mental diarrhea just spewing out at us, and if you can get it out into paper, maybe it might stop.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a thing that you read back, you can accept, and either you can move on or you not ready to move on. It's a personal choice what's going to weigh you down and what's not going to weigh you down. And me not going back into certain toxic situations and me changing my life. And my biggest thing was my son. I need to be good for my son.
Yeah.
I need to be good for my son because my son, besides his dad, I'm the only person that he really has. Mm-hmm. Right? And if I'm down, my son is seeing that, how is that going to help my son? Right? How, these things. And it was an eye opener. When you're depressed and your kids are noticing it, and your son's like, Mommy, are you okay?
Are you okay? I know.
Right? Your eyes, right?
Yeah.
Your eyes, because that's only really the support you have, right? So when I started this business and I was so driven, and all that other energy and people came to me. Mm-hmm. Right, and then it boosted my confidence. Yeah, I can do it. They see, if they see something in me, I can see that in myself.
Yeah,
exactly. Why can't I see that in myself?
So, for people that are watching this right now, you can do it too.
Absolutely,
you can absolutely. What kind of advice would you offer for somebody who's maybe just not quite on the journey and just not quite there yet?
Sometimes you need to cut loose. You need to cut loose certain things in your life, people, places, things.
Ties.
People, places, things, and
People, places, and things.
People, places
and things.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. People, places, and things. Having a different view on yourself, right? And not listening to outside factors of how people view you. Because really, in the end of the day, I think, a majority of the humans that I met always need to please or succeed or, these things. You need help, ask for it. ask for it, because one of the hardest things, I think, being in certain situations is asking for help, and that's why there's so many things.
And it's asking for help from the right person.
Absolutely.
You gotta
That's
ask
not
the right person.
going to take advantage of you.
Yes, exactly. Or
Yeah.
utilize like the fact that you're down to, further your descent.
One of my biggest things too is I've reached out to people that I know are certifiedly to help me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I don't feel like I need to be in a counselor, where I don't feel like I need to be things. And that's why, YWCA is so important, because, you don't have those outside pressures, right? And be easy on yourself, love yourself. You're going to make
love
mistakes.
yourself. I know.
Love
That's
yourself.
I think the hardest.
Love
part is
yourself,
loving
because
yourself.
for if you're coming from a certain situation, you're in a certain situation, you want to get out of it.
I know.
Love yourself.
It's
love
one
yourself.
of the hardest things to do, I find. Like for
Absolutely.
myself on my own journey, like realizing that nobody was going to parent me. Like nobody was going to parent me as an adult. Like I'm like, you kind of go through your 20s, like. I was, like you're mad at the world because you find out all of these terrible things that are going on. Like, you're not so naive anymore, right? And it makes you angry, and then next thing you know, you're in your 30s and it's like, wait a second. I can't be anti this and anti that.
Yeah.
I have to be a part of my community, a part of society. But I was hoping for somebody to come and parent me, and tell me what I needed to do, and shake their finger at me. But nobody came. Nobody came to parent me. So you have to kind of learn to be your own parent, and that doesn't mean being a parent doesn't mean just saying, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Being a parent is like, oh, I don't feel like going.
Yeah.
Being a parent's like, yeah, I know you don't feel like going, but you're gonna go anyways.
Yeah.
Like that's being, you're gonna show up anyways. Like that's being a parent to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And making sure you show up.
And wanting the best for yourself, and you deserve it. You deserve it. Everybody deserves to have a start. If you even have to start, you know how many times I started over my life?
Oh my gosh,
know what?
Me too.
I did, because it is what it is, because I didn't make the right choice to continue. Right? Continue making my life and having structure and doing these healthy things. You're gonna drop rock bottom, could be 20 million times. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You get back up and use the local resources. That was the biggest thing for me. There is resources in this city where people are there. That's their purpose. Jason Bacon, HEB Entrepreneur Center.
Entrepreneurs, the HEB Entrepreneur Center.
What a castle to walk into of support.
A castle of support.
A castle of support.
Nice.
Because if Jason's not there, then April or they come out. They help, and I use my resources. Like Alberta Works, like the career employment, like Tyler and all them. Are you kidding me? People think by walking into Alberta Works is for people on welfare and stuff. No, it's for people to get support, to find careers, to do something with their life. I utilize them.
Yes,
I utilize them. It didn't make me less of a person. They were like, she's saying she needs help. We're going to help her because she's here. She's here sitting in front of me saying, I need help because I lack these skills. I needed to say I needed help. I needed to utilize, because you're not going to get help if you're just sitting there and going, feel sorry for me.
No.
Some more. Feel sorry for me. How am I going to get out of this? I'm right, and everybody comes at their own times. Maybe you won't be 60 until all of a sudden the light turns on, right? But it's for me, it's an all learning process. I'm going to learn until I die.
Yeah, me too.
But I use my resources.
You do have to use your resources, and I'm definitely. I've also utilized a lot of community services and community resources on my journey, and I'm like nothing is going to happen to you staying at home.
No, I do.
You need to get out there. You need to.
I do want to do a shout out to Colin Ross, my boy, like going strong. I'm so fucking proud of you. Everybody, look up Colin Ross and what he is doing to that organic birder. He's changing. He's changing lives. Get out there, support him.
Yeah,
do that matchup for the ATB matchup, please.
Yes, the ATB matchup, the booster campaign.
The booster campaign, please call it. Support
BTB.
Colin.
Yes, it's BTB Burger. Out of Calgary. It's all Canadian, locally sourced ingredients. It's plant-based, no GMO, no soy, vegan, and high protein. It's delicious.
Amazing. I'm so proud of him and his partner there.
Interesting, like the Canadian Food Guide has changed changed the food guide. It's new. I'm sure everybody's seen it. So they're actually like putting a plant-based diet like in already in the Canadian Food Guide. I couldn't believe that they did that so quickly. So I think that goes to show, like, because they only put out a new food guide once every 20 years.
Yeah.
So I think that really shows where we're headed with food, and to support something local out of Calgary,
Right.
something that's right in the heart of cattle country.
And how proud
you know?
can the community say, like, House of Hams, go girl, go girl, like
House
good entrepreneur
Entrepreneurial
there,
spirit, absolutely.
go honey, because like these people, you, us, Jess, you know, we bring this community, you know, together, and we support each other's success.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? And then who knows, we'll see someone on TV going, oh my God, they come from Lethbridge.
Yeah.
Yay! You know what I mean? Like, it's so proud.
I know.
I'm so
really
proud.
I would have to say that as a woman, like, I'm 43, and the one thing I have noticed the most about change and with women and women culture is how supportive we've all become of one another.
Absolutely.
And that was always something that was really dear to my heart, because I went to an all-girls school for high school. Then I got out into college and realized, like, wow, I was like, man, women are really against one another, and I was devastated. So I went to like a private all-girls school. Like, it was very like, you know, we had a lot of kumbaya. We were very much a camaraderie of students. It was a small school. And then to go out into the real world and see how against each other all these women were. I'm like, what's wrong?
I know, right? How are we going to be
How are we
successful,
ever going to
learn?
be successful if we're just hating on each other? Like, for anything, all the time. Like, oh, it was sickening. So, you know, I ended up just hanging out with guys for a long time. But like in the last 10 years, thank you, Oprah. You know, thank you, Michelle Obama. Thank you, Ellen DeGeneres. You know, all of these iconic women. You know, iconic women stars. I think like they really played a big part, and all of us have played a big part in coming together and supporting each other. So
I love
done.
it. I know,
Well
and
done.
I feel so supported by women for the first time in my life.
I know, me too.
For the first time in my life here, and I struggled. Like I talked with Aurora, I struggled in Lethbridge, making especially female relationships, and female relationships anywhere. And just lately, I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. I'm feeding off of this support. It's amazing.
Yes. Well,
It's
I
amazing.
definitely wanted to, like, you know, I was pretty punk rock in my 20s. Like, I spent my 20s skateboarding and really pushing the envelope for gender stereotypes. That was, you know, that's always kind of been my jam.
Yeah,
you know, it really gets me off. But, you know, now I can't really skateboard anymore, obviously.
You could.
I can, but I don't. So, you know, to be able to continue, you know, hopefully blazing some trails and showing what you can do as a woman, you know, I hope that I can at least set some kind of an example.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
You're
like,
amazing.
If I can do it, honestly, anybody can.
Yeah, and
anyone can. I'm not smart. You know, I'm not.
I'm
not the.
learning.
You know, I just.
She's
put
actually
myself out
lying.
there.
She's super smart,
Thank you.
and has a big heart and a great personality.
Well, a big heart is really what carries you through life. You know, it's a big heart. That's what you need.
And I'm hoping that Jess FM gets nominated this year. I think it's well deserving.
Oh,
I'm
Jess
sorry.
FM.
I think so. I think it's well deserving.
Did you nominate Jess FM?
I'm
I
not.
nominate Jess
I'm
FM?
not. I'm not
Did
saying
you nominate Jess FM?
Did you? You better have, because they're deserving. All of the producers and hostesses and hosts. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being gracious and letting me come into this amazing place. And I'm so proud of everybody, and you know, coming together. And you know, Jess FM is a huge thing for our community.
Yeah,
It's a really
it
is.
And it brings our community to on a global scale. And also it just allows a platform for community
It's honest,
want
right?
to communicate,
And,
honest communication, honest dialogue and discussions. So thank you very much, Jess, for
Thanks,
providing
Jess
a
FM.
voice to people who maybe otherwise wouldn't have been heard. So it's truly meaningful.
Absolutely. Well, so I'm looking forward to the awards, and
April
thank you so
11th.
much. April 11th. Keep an eye out and further details.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amanda, for having me.
Anytime. I've had so much
Appreciate
fun.
it. And
You're awesome.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And again, thank you for nominating.
Absolutely.
Everyone in Lethbridge has really big hearts.
Absolutely. Good luck, everybody. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next Saturday. See you.